The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just after You Have Real Estate. Your roof is a mess. What do you do? It's repair, replace, or now RoofMaxx. We also tour some amazing properties together. It's all just ahead. It's You Have Real Estate.
Your debt does not have to control your life. You have the power to potentially lower or even eliminate your debt. I'm attorney Justin Clark. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your financial life.
You Have Real Estate is proudly sponsored by Renewal by Andersen, your full-service window and door replacement company. Learn more at rbafla.com.
Welcome to You Have Real Estate, brought to you by Renewal by Andersen. I am your host, Justin Clark. A great show ahead for you today, but first, the opening statement. You know I disagree what happened around here politically over the last couple years when it comes to the insurance industry. Here's what happened, right? They said, well, we're going to make it really hard for you to pursue your claims against your insurance company, all for the sake of keeping your rates low. What happened? They made it hard for you to file claims, but the rates have skyrocketed. And not only have the rates skyrocketed, people are just canceling you. Your insurance company and your homeowner's insurance company is just canceling you for no real reason. Up until now, you had two options, really, when they said, well, you need a new roof, right? You could either replace your roof in full, or you could rehab your roof to try to appease your insurance company. But are those the only two options? A wonderful question, a question that we are going to answer by asking real questions. Every weekend here on the program, we ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. For the first time, happy to be joined by Richard Mayer, RoofMaxx. Richard, what's up, man? Thanks for coming in. Quick turnaround, huh? We talked this morning and I got you here. But I wanted to have you here for a reason, because these are the two options people have always had. I got to get a whole new roof, 50 grand, 30 grand, 100 grand, or at least I have to spend a lot of money repairing my roof to keep these insurance companies happy. When I heard about RoofMaxx and what you do, I was blown away. Tell me about this third option.
So, like we said, nothing's changed in the last 200 years in the roofing industry, except that EPA has put their thumb on the manufacturer, and they want less and less asphalt in the shingle. And then they say, okay, well, the roof is now a 30 or a 40 or a 50-year roof. Well, wait a minute. You take asphalt away and then you extend the life. It doesn't happen, especially in Florida. So one of the beauties of what RoofMaxx is RoofMaxx is a company that actually we can rejuvenate the roof. We can bring the roof back from 15, 20 years. We bring it back to year one in performance. And then we actually give a 5-year guarantee that roof will perform, that shingle will perform like it was when it was new. This is a 20-year-old shingle, and it's as soft and pliable as a new shingle when it comes out of the package. So the beauty of what we're doing is we're actually reversing the life cycle of the shingle. Now, we can't put the granulars back on that you've lost, but because we're performing back in years 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's like having a new roof. And we're finding that the insurance companies are starting to see it as a viable option to extend the life of your roof without having to replace it. There's still some work to be done, but we're excited about what we have coming.
So I'm home watching right now, watching us on television. How do I know it's time to call RoofMaxx? Who calls you?
Okay, so what we found is that 5, 6 years, 4 years even, you can start calling us when your roof, when you've had your roof for as little as 4 years. The beauty of what we do is we actually do a roof inspection. And then if we catch the roof soon enough, meaning maybe 6, 7 years, you might never have to replace that roof because of the technology that we have.
Wow.
And we're even coming out with a new product where it actually cleans your roof at the same time.
Really? So how does this work? I call you, I say, look, my roof is having some trouble. I don't want to spend 50 grand on a new roof. Physically, how does it happen? What do? Do you come spray my roof? What happens?
So what happens is we come up to your property. The first thing we do is we do what we call a roof tune-up. Now, the roof tune-up, 99.9% of all leaks come from somewhere other than the shingle. Shingles are not waterproof. They shed water. That's why they're on a pitch. And so what happens is where their roof meets a second floor wall, or ridge caps, or popped nails, or vent pipes, skylights. These are where the roof meets these objects is where the leaks normally happen. And we include an $895 value. We do a roof tune-up for you first. And then what we do is we clean off the roof, whatever leaves or dirt might be loose. It's not a wash or a cleaning. We can do that as well, but in our service, we actually just blow off all the leaves, make sure that there's no debris on the roof, and then we treat the roof. Now, the roof treatment takes about an hour to an hour and a half. So we don't have to worry about shingles being thrown all over the yard, picking up nails. Your lawnmower is always getting a flat tire. Your shrubs get damaged. The beauty of what we do is we're 100% biodegradable. It's a soybean-based oil that is processed to molecularly bond with the asphalt. So there's no issues with pets, family, plants, anything like that. So it's a wonderful product because there is absolutely no petroleum-based products in it.
In my day job, I'm a lawyer. I fight with HOAs for a living oftentimes. You know, HOAs can be a little bit of a nightmare. I see so many people who are either getting a new roof or even repairing their existing roof and literally can't appease their HOA to the point where they almost can't do it. How do you deal with HOAs, or do you have to with RoofMaxx?
Okay, so the beauty of what we do is, first of all, we don't need to have a permit to do this.
That's what I'm talking
this
about.
service. Second of all, depending on the HOA, if you have black streaks on your roof, that's because of the calcium and things coming out that start to create these black streaks. We can with a shingle roof, we soft wash that off, and that has to be done prior to the treatment, or it should be done. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't prevent our product from working, but HOAs are one of those situations where a lot of times people call us because of the HOA.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, because of what we do, they get excited about the fact that we can now extend the life of their roof at 20% of what it costs you to replace a roof.
Yeah.
So that's a big key, especially in this economy. People are trying to build their reserves back, and if you could spend $4,000 versus $20,000,
it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Replace, repair, or RoofMaxx. Finally, you have a third option. You can use that if you want. You can
I
steal
like
it.
that.
Here's what if you would like to have them come out, Richard would be happy to come out, send his people out. 407-205-0400. I'll connect you immediately with Richard and his team. I think that this is a really good plan for you and saves you a ton of money as well. I want you to come back, but next time, team, we have to put the chairs closer to them. This is ridiculous. His first time here, he can't even reach the desk. Unbelievable, right? Richard with RoofMaxx, great to meet you, man.
My pleasure.
Here's what we will do, a very quick break. When we return, Viv's in your neighborhood. Where is that today? Can you say moo, moo? As you have real estate continues. You own a house, you need to have your windows and sliding glass doors checked right away. I'll tell you why. Joined by my good friend Dan Bringman, Renewal by Anderson. How do I know, Dan, when it's time to have my windows and sliding glass doors checked?
Well, it's a great question because it's not always obvious. One of the ways that sticks out immediately is that energy bill. We have to make, we've seen it go up all year long. Got a couple cool days now. A couple other ways are they're not functioning properly. You have some dust on the seals, and also just water infiltration, or maybe you heard a lot of rattling during some wind and so forth.
Absolutely. QR code is on the screen for you right now. What does it cost to have you and your design team come out and see what's going on with my windows?
Absolutely nothing but your time.
That's a beautiful thing, and they're going to come check it out, tell you exactly what you need or don't need sometimes. But a lot of people say, well, Dan, I'm worried about the economy. I don't want to write a big check right now. You've done amazing things to make this almost free sometimes when you compare it to your electric bill.
Absolutely, and it's a great thing to be concerned about, but we take the worry away. What we've done is we've extended our finance plans, and we call them our easy pay plans, and they go up to 148 months, or I'm sorry, 144 months, and we go as low as 5.97. I mean, that's like really low. Most terms out there go as high as 12, 14%.
And if you think about what you're paying every month versus how you're going to save money on your electricity bill, this is almost free for you and a no-brainer. Dan, always good to see you, buddy. Do yourself a favor right now. Hit the QR code on the screen and call Renewal by Anderson today. Welcome back to the show. Every week, Viv goes to your neighborhood thanks to our wonderful friends at Renewal by Anderson. Today, it's an up-and-coming neighborhood. I said moo-moo before the break. I'm not happy with myself. I also scooted my chair up during the break because I just, I don't care. Derek wanted me to get further back. I said it doesn't matter. Viv's in your neighborhood, Milk District.
This little neighborhood hidden close to downtown Orlando is hailed as a culture of subcultures and affectionately known as a Milk District. The development here has boomed in the last 10 years, largely due to its emphasis on diversity and the county's incentives for redevelopment. Everybody complains about the lack of housing in Central Florida, but this Florida developer, Adam Wonis, who sat down with me, shared his vision and just completed the Milk Stacks apartment.
So the Milk District is the place I originally moved when I came to Orlando in 2005. It's a very cool arts neighborhood. And we've recently completed the Milk Stacks, which is a 27-unit infill boutique apartment building. And one of the coolest features of that is the art piece coming off of the building. It looks as though it has milk pouring from a faucet and then splashing down onto the ground. So really wanted to keep in tune with the Milk District theme. We also have silos on the building that represent the T.G. Lee milk facility. So having those silos in people's apartment units is a really cool aspect. Just an amazing neighborhood. Great arts district.
Murals and street art installations enhance shops, restaurants, and bars where everyone feels welcome. Check out the annual International Food on Wheels Festival, a summer showcase of food trucks held at Orlando Festival Park. Median household income is about $66,000. Median home value in 2024 was $506,000. Fun fact, the district was named after T.G. Lee Dairy Farm, and the community will be celebrating its 100th anniversary in 2025. Now the residents can enjoy the Milk House. No, they don't serve milk, but they do serve carefully curated drinks. Do the mural tour and then work your way through the restaurants, because according to their website, it says it's the best sandwiches in the universe. Make sure you go to Stasia's Deli because it's Italian and yummy. If you want more information on this quirky little neighborhood or information on Milk Stack apartments, call me, Vivian Lehman, at 407-205-0400.
Thank you, Viv. And the Milk District is kind of like downtown Orlando, but what I've been finding is a lot of people, because of the 429, 47, all the fours, these new highways, they all start with a 4. People are actually getting further out of town at times because it's made it easier. It's made it faster for us to get to other places like Ocala or a wonderful county called Lake County. I love it. This next guest, though, has a wonderful name for this area of town. Christine Graf is here. Christine, great to see you again. How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
What do you call it? The Florida Hills.
The Florida Hills.
The Florida Hills.
The Florida Hills.
What do
yes.
the Florida Hills mean to you, and where is that?
Well, I say it with a little smile, but I'm originally from Austria, so I come from the Alps. And when we moved from Ocala to Lake County, I saw Howie in the Hills, and I thought that's a fantastic name. I need to be there, and it's technically really called the Floridian Alps.
Yeah, you think we're sitting right here in Orlando right now, and you go to Howie in the Hills, it is a totally different landscape. You feel like you're transported somewhere else, but you're not too far away at all. How is the real estate market, though, right now in what we call the Florida Hills?
Mm-hmm. So the demand is very, very high, and the area is really exploding, not only with national buyers, but also with international buyers. I heard Lennar say the other day they have 40% of their new construction deals are foreign buyers, and many of them from South America, yes.
Wow. Are these people, are these investment properties, second homes, or are these people actually moving here?
A lot of people hold, foreign buyers often hold it as an investment property and use it as a vacation home from time to time, and in between they rent it out, yes.
The stock market's been a little not so good the last few days, and a lot of people are worried about a recession or a bad economy, whatever. And then they also talk about the real estate market, and you start talking about national trends in the real estate market. I feel like Florida is not necessarily boxable with the national trend because we do have so many international buyers. How does the Florida real estate market, particularly Central Florida, differ from the real estate market as a nation?
Well, I believe that you have to look at it in different areas. We have certain areas that seem to be a little bit slower right now. We have other areas such as Montverde with the highest growth, with Bella Colina in there, you know, a lot of international buyers going in there as well. And so it really depends a little bit on the area. So if you're interested in an area, you need to have an agent that really digs down and really looks at the market at the time of your interest.
And I think Bella Colina is a real microcosm of the Central Florida real estate market in general, because if you go back to 2006, Bella Colina, where is Bella Colina for those that don't know?
Well, Bella Colina is in Montverde. It's the highest point. Sugarloaf Mountain is the highest point in all of Florida, in Central Florida at least. There's maybe one in the Panhandle, but standing at 312 feet above sea level.
Wow.
So that is quite, you know, people love it because it's hilly. They go cycling, they go hiking. There's a lot of lakes. Lake County has over 1,400 lakes, and it's just a beautiful area to call home, and it has still a better entrance point than some other bigger areas.
It's a beautiful, beautiful golf course, beautiful club there. But Bella Colina is a microcosm of Central Florida's real estate market, because 2006, the developer was a guy named Bobby Genn, and they were selling lots for $700,000-800,000 in 2006. Then the real estate market collapsed, and we were doing short sales, and I think the bank that did most of those loans was Fifth Third Bank at the time. We were doing short sales on these $600,000 lots, not even houses, just lots. 20,000, 10,000 at times. We were selling them for nothing, but now.
Wish we would have bought.
I wish I would have bought them all. We probably wouldn't be talking right now, you know what I mean? But now the lots are still for sale there. What can I get a lot for in Bella Colina these days? Any idea?
Well, it depends because they are really getting closer to the sellout point. The lakefronts are going over $1 million right now.
Wow. 20,000. Yeah. I should be kicking myself right now.
I know.
I should have bought all of those short sales I was working on for clients. But at the time, everything just felt like it was going to, you know, crap, let's say, and no one really wanted to buy. But, you know, obviously the people that did buy at $20,000 are doing great for themselves now. Someone who's not familiar with the Florida Hills, a term you invented, by the way. I'm not taking credit for that.
I'm not sure if I invented it. But
well, in this show you did. What are some of the cities that you consider in the Florida Hills there? I know we talked about Howey in the Hills. You talked about Montverde.
Mineola.
Okay.
Claremont. You know, and technically even Mount Dora, you know, because it still is a higher elevation, has the name in the mountain in the name. So this entire area is just it's just very hilly, which is very different to the rest of Florida. And that's what people love about here.
I grew up in Tennessee, then I ended up in Boston and Miami and here, but when I'm here, I feel like, I'm in Orlando essentially, but when I go to, again, the Florida Hills, I feel like I'm closer to Tennessee than I am Florida in some ways. Don't you agree?
Yes.
If you would like to see any properties, really anywhere, but certainly in this Lake County area, beautiful Lake County, which is, it's booming in some parts, obviously, but then it's still small town feel in others. Like Claremont is booming. You drive through, I think it's 27 or whatever. It's going crazy.
But there's pockets. If somebody is looking for acreage and still wants to have the proximity to Orlando, you know, there's pockets where you still can look for acreage too.
I agree. Christine, always a pleasure to see you. Call her today if you want to go check out any real estate for sale right now. 407-205-0400. Come back and see us soon. How was that?
Thank you so much.
Quick break. We continue our tour of more rural areas as we head to Ocala together, as You Have Real Estate continues. Welcome back to the show. It was definitely a volatile week on the stock market. We get that, and people are starting to freak out a little bit. But I'm also hearing people freaking out about the real estate market. And there's really one reason why we do this show and spend our weekends here with you, and that's to keep you in the loop, down in the trenches on what's really going on, and really even in a hyper-local level. We visit different cities and know what's really going on real estate-wise in those cities, but I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, I mean this, I don't believe this real estate market is going to tank. I think this market is strong. I think we have international buyers coming in. I think even if the rest of the country sees a dip, I think we're strong in Florida. I really, really do. But I like to interview people about it. The real experts. Elisha Lopez is here, Ocala Realty World. And you can disagree with me. I'm bullish on this market. I have been for years, and I don't think we're going to have any sort of collapse like we did in 2008, 9, 10. It's not going to happen. But what are you seeing down in the trenches right now?
I agree with you. Real estate, I mean, everybody always needs a place to live. And even in the worst market, people still needed a place to live. I think Florida is just always that like different market, and that's why everybody moves here. And then of course Marion County and Ocala, the prices are, it was 40% less, but we're almost like a 50% difference between Orlando and Marion County. When you compare like a 3-2 2-car garage, quarter acre, you're going to get a whole lot more for your money in Marion County.
Yeah, I was just talking about the 429, the fours. Yeah, I get them all confused again, these new highways. But Ocala is now closer connected, I believe, to Orlando and easier to get to than it has been in the past. I mean, you come here every week and visit us. It's, what, an hour maybe?
Yeah, an hour and 10, 15 minutes. But with that 429, once the on-off ramp off of Highway 484, once that is like fully open, it's about going to be a 40-minute drive, and that's huge.
So someone that's watching now, watching in their apartment right now with their 2 kids and husband and wife that feel like they can't afford to buy anything in Orlando, right? What can I get a decent, say, 3-2 in Marion County for as we sit here today?
So you can get a 3-2 1-car garage in Denellen for $195,000.
$195,000.
Brand new. Yes. So, you know, like new car smell, new home smell, there's nothing like it. You get that. And I'm guessing it's probably less than what they're paying in rent for a 3-bedroom apartment in Orange County.
No question about it. Even though rates have gone up a little bit, what you're paying for a 2 or 3-bedroom apartment here in Orange County, you're going to pay less to own a house up in really all through Marion County, Ocala. That whole area is so much more affordable. Elisha would be happy to show you properties on the market right now, but also keep you on a list. And as new properties come on the market, she'll show them to you instantly in your email. QR code is on the screen right now. Take out your phone, download that QR code, and she'll send them to you right away. Or maybe you live in Marion County or Levy County. Maybe you have property there that you've just been sitting on and you want to get rid of it. I do not believe in Zillow. Go to Zillow to kind of get an idea, right? But if you want to know what your property is really worth, you have to have an expert, a local expert, come out and really see what your house is worth. You'd be happy to do that. People call you all the time to get a real value. How do you find the real value of someone's house?
It's actually an art. It really is. Yeah. So back when the market crashed and I was listing foreclosure properties, because that was like all you did. And I mean, I remember days that I had 20 BPOs, which is just like an appraisal, but the realtor's doing it. And I remember when that market passed, I was like, oh my gosh, if I never see another BPO again, I'll be in heaven. And now I realize that it was such a good experience, because having to do that many, it's really an art with properties and finding the value that a brand new agent, it's going to be really hard for them to do that without experience.
And she'll give you a BPO, a broker's price opinion, a valuation of your house, absolutely free. Same QR code on the screen. She'll even come out there and see your house to see, okay, this is what I think we can get. And then it's really kind of disturbing at times where some agents maybe a homeowner calls 2 or 3 different agents, and one agent will come in just super high, knowing that it's just trying to get the listing, and they're not being super genuine with that person. What do you say to the homeowner when they're getting a valuation like that?
Well, imagine what they're going to do when an offer comes through. If they could just like do whatever you say and list it at whatever price, like we call buying the listing, are they going to really care about your bottom line when it is really, really important? And they're not. And it's why expired listings happen. And then when an experienced agent comes in, then they get to say, well, you know,
Yeah.
Do you want to go through that again? But it's sad because it stops the seller from going on with their plans for the agent not being honest.
Elisha Lopez, Ocala Realty World, killing it as always. The market is hot in Marion County, whether you're an investor, you're buying something, or want to sell your property up in anywhere in northern Florida, you need to call Elisha right away. Thank you to all of our great guests today. Thank you to our amazing crew. Most importantly, thank you. See you again next week for more You Have Real Estate.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.